Good morning, everyone. This is Bjorn Farrugia with Hilton and Highland. Feel lucky to be out here in LA today. I'm with a favorite client of mine, Julie. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about a recent experience that we recently had in buying a property. We had a very hostile, fun negotiation, I would say, but just wanted to firsthand talk a little bit about her experience with her family and how we kind of met and came about. Everyone say hi to Julie. She's going to go ahead and take the stage with talking about how we met to start.
So my husband and I have been on the west side for almost 15 years. We've bought and sold homes in the area and worked with a real estate agent who's been in the area for decades, well known, and bought and sold 2 homes with this person. And we're in the market for a new home. We really trusted this agent, and he's a nice person, but we ran across Bjorn at a listing that I had found and wanted to check out on my own without our agent. And ran into Bjorn, and he was a breath of fresh air. There was a lot of energy, which I really appreciated. He seemed super hungry, which I wasn't used to, being with someone who was sort of a well-known name. Who had many clients, but Bjorn had a different energy. He was super positive, and I think I'm a good judge of character, and I felt like Bjorn just seemed like a straightforward guy, and also seemed honest, even in the short time that we spent together when we first met him at this new property. So that's how we decided to switch agents and try someone new.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys giving me a go. I think it's important in understanding, real estate is a business where you need a lot of energy, and everyone knows at least 3 to 5 real estate agents. Not every agent's a fit for every person. Sometimes you need a different approach. In my opinion, real estate takes a lot of energy, and I think being on it and kind of living, breathing, sleeping real estate is kind of what I do. So I feel really fortunate and lucky to have the opportunity to work with Julie. Julie, kind of continuing the conversation, how was your experience in the escrow? Because I know it took some time to find the exact location of where you were looking, and also once we got in escrow, how was it? Did you see me helping you guys with the process? It was one would say a fun deal, also one would say a nightmare. Feel free to shed some light on it.
So after we met Bjorn at this property, he showed us several different properties, helped us hone in on exactly what we were looking for, brought to us properties that we hadn't considered and seemed to sort of know what we wanted. We finally ended up in a neighborhood that we really love, and a home that seemed to suit our family's needs. But as Bjorn mentioned, the escrow process was a bit of a nightmare. It took we were well past our escrow date by 8 to 10 weeks. It was COVID related, seller related, a lot of difficulties, a lot of permitting issues. Issues just that
inspection issues we had to deal with.
Inspection issues and issues that
seller
just
issues
kept coming up, different issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you have a difficult situation like the one we did, it's when you really appreciate an outstanding agent. If everything's smooth, I think it's easy to sort of dismiss all the work that an agent does. But in this case, I had even said to Bjorn, I was so grateful for him just being on top of it, because every day there was a new issue, a new problem, a credit that wasn't being attended to, some issue that wasn't being attended to.
The seller, how was it? The seller wasn't maybe the most warm and fuzzy.
The seller wasn't the warmest guy. He wasn't someone who was used to residential real estate.
Exactly.
And because of that, there was a lot of push and pull, and Bjorn was really a great liaison and just really helped to try and smooth things out. The most important thing for me was that Bjorn fought for us tooth and nail. He was always on it, asking us if things were getting done, already 2 steps ahead of us, making sure that things were running smoothly. And he really felt like an advocate for us, and that he had our best interest in mind. And the way Bjorn works, he makes you feel like you're the only client he has. He was constantly calling us, checking in on us, asking us status, checking up on status of what was happening during escrow yourself.
Right.
without even asking.
There's a lot of moving parts to
A lot of moving parts, and we finally closed, and it was painful, but it was really amazing that we could even close, and we were just, my husband and I were just so appreciative. And with the previous agent, I just don't think all of that fighting for us and advocating would have happened.
Right, I appreciate
and so we feel fortunate that we found someone, you know, especially for this property, that could really go to bat for us and make sure that we got what we needed.
I appreciate that. I feel like it's a good point. You know, agents that have been doing it for a long time, they can get, and I would never say anything bad about anyone. I'm a gentleman, I like to say, but you know, there's a lot of energy, and you need to understand the kind of weather the storm through the deal. This is one of the hardest deals that I did, only because I knew that, you know, Julie and her husband and her family were really good people, and that was really important to me. I took it upon myself to make sure that I protected them like I would want to buy the house and not give the seller and the other side an inch. So I was really grateful to hear like real time how the experience was right from Julie here today. One last thing I'd like to say, Julie, is like, through the process, what do you think was some of the advantages or disadvantages, or things that you liked that I did or didn't like? And if someone else was thinking about hiring a new agent, and you know, even having a meeting or a conversation and taking a different approach, or at least hearing how someone else would do it, what advice would you give someone on that just you know, thinking about maybe, you know, just getting a different voice?
I think the thing that I loved most about you, Bjorn, it was clear that you're very honest. If I asked you your opinion about the location of a home or the price or what our price should be, it felt very honest. And it didn't, oftentimes we've worked with agents where it feels like they have their best interest at hand, which is just to sell us something. And it was clear that you're in it for your reputation and for relationships. That it's not a one-time sell, it's really a relationship. And so that was very important to Kent and I, to feel that we were with someone we could trust, and someone who would represent us and treat the buy or sell as if it were your own. And we honestly felt that way. To the clients and future clients out there, I would say that honesty is extremely important, and looking for someone that's really hungry and loves what they do, which Bjorn clearly loves what he does, and is super hungry and passionate about finding the best possible home for their client. I can say without any reservation that Bjorn is your man for that. He's been outstanding, and as I said before to you, Bjorn, we're grateful to have met you.
I feel grateful to have met some amazing people like you guys here in the neighborhood, and I feel fortunate to help you and your family move to the next step in your life. I feel like you guys more than anyone know like how I am, and I just try to, you know, don't lie, cheat, steal, be honest, and kind of treat people the way that I want to be treated. When I sell, I want to get the most money. When I buy, I want to get the best deal. And I feel, you know, really lucky to have crossed paths with you guys, and I appreciate your kind words here and spending time with me today, and thank you so much. If you guys ever have any questions, I'm always a phone call away as a trusted resource, and feel free to reach out.